Okay, we're just going to go through a few quick tips on how to get more out of Microsoft Word. So we're going to be looking at using the style bar up the top here, and also how to generate a table of contents. So on the home ribbon here we've got the style bar. I suspect most of you have looked at it but never really used it. And it's good because it can give our documents an instant and very easy win in the sort of presentation and consistency stakes. So the first thing any report needs is a title. So I'm going to select a title. This is a title. There we go. And we can see upon pressing enter return on the keyboard, it returns to normal text there. Okay, so under the title for our report, we might then want to have a heading that says what we're doing. So here we are, heading 1. Yeah, and this could be, for example, this one of the major sections of our report, or it might be something like introduction. That might be a good first heading where we tell people what we're doing. Okay, so I've just got some junk text there just to fill it out and make it look a bit like a proper document. Okay, this is called lorem ipsum, just as a side thing. It's often used in printing and publishing, a lorem ipsum, just to fill out a page to show the layout. Otherwise people get distracted by the content of what you've written. So anyway, there's a bit of lorem ipsum. So we've got that there, and then after our introduction we might want another heading 1. So this is another top level heading, but this is for our second section, so section 2. Okay. We might be going on to the main body of the report. We might be saying, this is the first bit of the assignment, and here then we'd want to just write a little bit about what's going into this section. Yeah. So this section covers blah 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 blah. Yeah, just a line, a sentence or two. Then we'd want a subheading. So if we just click on heading 2 at the top here, yeah, the first stuff. Okay, and then we'll put some more lorem ipsum in there, why not? And then we're going to have another heading 2, the more stuff. Yeah, lorem ipsum, why not? And then it might be that the more stuff has some extra bits in it. So we might even go to a heading 3. Yeah, section 2, part 2. I mean, obviously, in your document you'd give these more meaningful names. Yeah, section 2, part 1, and then section 2, part 2. So and we might go on like this. Okay. And as we go, so let's go. We've done that section, so now we're going to have another heading 1 for section 3. Let's call that section 3. So we're building up our document as we go at this point, and section 3 is quite. Oh no, section 3 breaks over the page. Well, what can we do about that? Well, we could go back here and we could press enter, 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 and we could drop it down like that. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, but if we press this button here, that shows us sort of what's going on behind the scenes a bit. And we can see all those carriage returns there. But so maybe we do that. But then a little bit later, we come back and think, oh no, section 2, part 2 needs some more work doing to it. So what happens? Or what doesn't happen in this case, is that section 3 gets pushed down a bit. Yeah. And what can happen is that section 3 gets pushed down. It's like they've sorted that out. Or we delete something and section 3 jumps back up because we've also deleted some of these carriage returns here. Let's just switch that for a moment. A better way to go about this would be just here to go to insert, or probably a carriage return, insert and page break. Okay, So let's see what that looks like when we press that button. You can see we've got a page break there. We can get rid of all those carriage returns and put that at the top there. And then if at some point in the future we think, oh no, section 2 part 1 needs some more on, can you see it's moving it down the page break, but it's not affecting the page below. Okay. Obviously if we push this page break off the bottom of the page onto a new page, then section 3 will get pushed down again, so we need to sort that out potentially. But you know, it makes your document a little bit more robust. So that's page break. That was under insert page break. Okay. Let's turn that off again. Okay. So we've used the styles section to set headings and things. Why is this useful? Well, it might be that, you know, we find that actually we don't want the first stuff there, or we've got a big document. So what we can do is we can collapse, he says, we can collapse. So we've collapsed that down to heading 1, or we can just collapse section 2 down to section 3. And then we can move, he says, we can move, hold on, let's put a carriage return in there. Right. We can move, come on, don't mess me down here, there we are. We can move section 2 after section 3. And that should have moved everything contained, yeah, the first stuff, the more stuff. So instead of having to scroll, you know, if this was multi-page thing, instead of having to scroll all the way up selecting things, we've just very quickly selected section 2 and moved that down underneath section 3. And you can see, he says, you can see, where's section 3 gone? Well, that didn't work as seamlessly as anticipated. Yeah, kind of. We didn't have anything in section 3, did we? That's why. We just had a heading, I think. Yes, there's nothing hanging off the edges. There's no lorem ipsum anywhere. So there we go. So you can quickly move sections around like that. And you can collapse documents. The other way that it's useful is for a table of contents. So we're just going to put that here. And if we go to References tab, you can see we've got a table of contents there. And there's a couple of styles we can choose. You know, I'm just going to go for one of those. And you can see it's picking up the information from our headings. Okay. So I'm just going to move section 3 down to below section 2 again. In section 3, let's just put a carriage return in there, he says. So you can see that's moved things down once more. Yeah. So, oh no, section 3 is now in the wrong place. We've moved it down. Well, we can right click and we can say update field, update entire table, and you can see, oh, I've made something that shouldn't be, haven't I? Where's section 3 gone? Section 3. Ah, right, okay. There we are. Let's put that back to normal. So, fun and games. But we can update again, update field, update entire table, and you can see there that it's moved section 3 to page 3, and it's got that correct at least. So yeah, maybe ignore the moving stuff around, but we can certainly collapse things. You know, just to make scrolling around less, we can certainly collapse things. You know, that might be useful. I think I need to do a little bit of research as to how the moving sections works and use it properly. But you know, got tables of contents automatically generated by the use of styles. Okay, and we can collapse and expand different sections, which may or may not be useful to you when you've got a larger document. Okay. I think that's about all we need to cover, really. That's everything we've covered for the... oh yes, italics. So let's just... there we are. Italics. Yeah, bold. Italics. Underline. Strike through. Yeah. Okay. Right, thank you very much.